Hi, welcome to the YA Book Corner. I'm Nikki, one of the librarians of the Fort Bend County Library System, and I'm here to walk you through the past month of young adult releases, news, and recommendations. Just so you know, everything we're going to be talking about today is available through the library system, so even if you're stuck at home, you can check out books either online through our website, or give us a call and you can swing by your closest branch to pick stuff up. So let's get started. In case you missed it, the big news in the month of May was not one but two new announcements about upcoming adaptations for TV, specifically streaming, for some of the most beloved YA series out there. First, the drop of the trailer for Love, Victor, a new series that's going to be premiering on Hulu in June based on Becky Albertalli's Simonverse. The Simonverse, in case you're not familiar with it, is based on Albertalli's best-selling novel Simon vs. the Homo sapiens Agenda, which itself was adapted into a movie in 2018. Love, Victor looks to be an expansion upon this universe, involving characters from both Love, Simon and from Albertalli's other novels. You can probably expect Albertalli's quintessential quirky sense of humor. Look for that on Hulu on June 19th. The second bit of adaptation news is that beloved series Percy Jackson is getting another shot at the big screen, or at least the medium-sized screen. This isn't Percy Jackson's first shot at the big screen. It came out with two films in 2010 and 2013. The Percy Jackson universe expanded way beyond what those two movies were able to cover. Good news for Percy Jackson fans, though. In May, it was announced that Percy Jackson, the entire universe, is being optioned for a series to hit Disney+. We're not going to be hearing much about this anytime soon. It was just announced, but be on the lookout for that. Next up, some of the big releases from the month of May that you may or may not have missed. Probably may not in the case of our first title. A decade ago, Suzanne Collins' Hunger Games made waves in the world of YA. And this past month, the follow-up prequel novel, The Ballad of Songbirds Snakes, looks to be a repeat of that. Set 64 years before the original Hunger Games novel, Ballad is a prequel following the most unlikely character possible, the completely villainous President Snow. But it's not just a villain origin story. It's an origin story of the Hunger Games themselves. I won't delve in too much more to avoid spoilers, but if you're a Hunger Games fan and you haven't already got this on your to-read list, go ahead and add it. Next up is Clap When You Land by Elizabeth Acevedo. Acevedo is a name you might be starting to recognize. Acevedo is best known for The Poet X, a novel in verse that won the Prince Award, the highest award in YA literature. She's back with Clap When You Land. Our two protagonists are two girls from two different countries who are unexpectedly thrown together when they both hear the news that their dad, who is in fact the same person, has died in a plane crash. Acevedo tackles grief and the drama of dealing with family secrets that you have no control over in her typically beautiful verse. If you've never tried a verse novel before, this might be a great place to start. Finally, for those of us who miss summer camp, Camp by Elsie Rosen follows the story of 16-year-old Randy Kappelhoff. Randy has been an annual visitor to Camp Outland, a summer camp for LGBTQ youth. Randy loves everything about camp. It's where he's met all of his best friends and found his love for the theater. There's only one problem. Hudson, the boy that Randy is completely in love with, isn't really into guys like him. So Randy sees what he can do to get Hudson's attention. Camp is all about celebrating LGBTQ life while simultaneously recognizing what you need to do to be comfortable in your own skin and live authentically. Camp doesn't just follow Randy learning how to be himself comfortably. It's also about learning how to see other people as authentic, complicated people, all while simultaneously having a sense of humor about it. Last up, you may be all caught up with the new releases, and you may have a to-read list that's a mile long. But all the same, let's dive into what the back catalog might have on offer for you. This month's recommendation is going to be Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Saenz. Aristotle and Dante is kind of a quiet novel. It's not big and flashy. It doesn't have superpowers or magic or huge dramatics. Released in 2012, this quiet little book follows one summer in the lives of two Latino kids, the aforementioned Aristotle and Dante. It's a book about loneliness and doubt and boredom, which are topics that I'm sure none of us can relate to right now. Aristotle and Dante initially have nothing in common. They're both loners who are hanging out by the pool over a summertime. But as it turns out, the relationships you form with people that are radically different from you can sometimes be the most defining relationships of your life. Ari and Dante just spend a summer connecting, and that's something we could all use right now. It's a beautifully written book, so if you have nothing else on your plate, give it a look. That's all I've got for you for right now. Hopefully this will lead you to your next big read. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them in the section below this video. And please do let us know what you're interested in hearing about or what you're reading. We always like to know. See you next month.